Ahead of Election Day, President Biden is making an abortion a centerpiece of his closing argument to voters, saying abortion rights are hanging in the balance. He wants that to be an issue.
And since Roe versus Wade was overturned, 13 states have laws on the books completely banning abortions. And in a speech today in Washington, the president called on Congress to codify Roe versus Wade into law. Take a listen.
The only sure way to stop these extremist laws that are put in jeopardy women's health and rights is for Congress to pass a law. And I've said before, the court got Roe right nearly 50 years ago, and I believe Congress should codify Roe once and for all. Right now, we're short a handful of votes. If you care about the right to choose, then you got to vote.
Well, for more, let's bring on ABC News senior national policy reporter Ann Flaherty, also our ABC News Kenneth Moton. Kenneth, we can start with you. We just heard the president's plea to Congress. Outside of that, did he offer up any specifics on things that he can do or plans to do?
Well, the president is using the power of his office here to try to get more Democrats elected so they can obviously try to get Roe versus Wade codified. And he's also using the threat of his veto pen against Republicans, saying if they take control that he will veto any national abortion ban. You just heard from the president there speaking at that Democratic National Committee event here in D.C. defending Roe. He also attacked Republicans and spoke about the choice he says voters will face in November between Republicans who want that national abortion ban and Democrats who are promising to codify Roe into law. Biden said that if more Democrats are elected into the Senate and Dems hold the House, the first bill he will send to Congress will be to codify Roe, which he'll sign in January on the 50th anniversary of Roe v. Wade.
You know, and President Biden said he just needs 2 more Democrats in the Senate, and that'll get the job done. Really? I mean, on the one hand, I guess what he's saying there is they'll get rid of the filibuster to do this. But on the other hand, can all Democrats get on the same page on what codifying Roe would look like? Certainly there are Democrats who would be willing to uphold Roe's under Roe. Doctors were required in some states to speak certain words to pregnant women. There were waiting periods. There were all kinds of things like that. There are Democrats far to the left of that, Democrats even to the right of that. Is it realistic that if there's just 2 more Democrats, they're going to be able to codify Roe, whatever that means?
Well, you know, Terry, I think you're right on. There's nothing that's simple about this, and certainly not this election season. When he's talking about we just need a couple more votes in the Senate, he's talking about just the ability to change the filibuster rules so that they can try to pass something. This is because Senator Manchin and Sinema, they don't agree with changing the filibuster rules, so they want to elect more Democrats to make that happen. So he's absolutely right that, you know, the only way to really settle this in the Democrats' minds is to codify Roe. But as you said, there is also some split on exactly how to do that. Just as in the Republican Party, there's a split about what being, quote unquote, pro-life actually means. So this is not an easy issue. It's an uphill climb for Democrats. And then when you consider the fact that Democrats are not favored to win the House, our friends at 538 favor the Republicans to win control of the House, this is certainly an uphill climb for the president.
So another big move for this White House was on student loans. As of today, that student loan forgiveness website officially live. The president tweeted, quote, more than 40 million Americans can stand to benefit from student debt relief. So, Kenneth, what do those, looking to apply need to know right now at this point?
Well, they need a computer, an application, and possibly a prayer, Kira, because they're trying to get these loans forgiven here at studentaid.gov. You mentioned that it is live now. The president touting that website the past couple of days or so. This is what folks need to know. It takes about 5 minutes, apparently, for this application. Starting now through the end of 2023, borrowers will submit their names, personal info, income based on 2020 and 2021 taxes. People check a box attesting they met the income qualifications. That info will be matched with the Department of Ed. More income verification may be needed. Who's eligible? The president's plan forgives up to $10,000 for people earning less than $125,000 a year, $250,000 for a couple. It forgives up to $20,000 for low-income borrowers who receive Pell Grants. Kira, Terry, we know that students and young people are known to procrastinate, but apparently not on this, because over the weekend, the president said 8 million people applied for this debt relief plan. And the president just said a couple of hours ago at that event that 4 more million people signed up within the past 24 hours.
Wow. No procrastination there. Good line there, Kenneth. Kenneth and Ann, thanks very much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.